All right, what's up, everyone? It's Desi. I'm here with Hunter and DJ, or 401 Aces, and this is the very first, I guess, episode you want to call it of the Soul podcast or the SOALcast. This is going to be hopefully a weekly thing where we sit down and just talk about stuff going on in our lives, how we're keeping up with all this quarantine stuff, and just some random topics that we think of that we think you guys want to hear about. So, guys, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. I just got home from work, so I'm trying to get through this shit so I can start up the stream because I've been streaming like every single day for the past I don't know month or so. I've been on the grind and so yeah, I'm just hoping we can get through this so I can start playing. And if you guys know where to catch me, down below in the description you'll see everyone's like Twitches and Twitters and whatnot. So make sure to check us out.
A nice little plug.
You know I had to right away, starting it up.
I like that. I like that.
All right, DJ, how you doing tonight, bro?
I'm not bad, man. I've been slumped all day. No work today, finally. So I've been, relaxing.
Cool. All right, so I guess the first thing that we should talk about is coronavirus and all this. So
Oh yeah.
we've been stuck in our houses for about I guess 2 months now.
Yep.
And when all this happened, we were Soul was coming back up. We were flying high, and now we were all kind of thinking I guess this was going to be a couple week thing, and now here we are like 2 months later. So I guess we'll start with DJ. How are you keeping up with everything, and how are you handling? I know you're an essential worker, so you're out there in the trenches every day. So like, what's your typical day look like?
Oh, dude, I'm out here fighting for my life. Starts off, wake up, get some breakfast, get ready, go to work. Boom, I'm dead. Everybody's out there.
Yeah.
Swear to
So
God, bro, I'm not in quarantine.
So you work at a grocery store, right? So you're
Yeah.
seeing the mouths of people every day.
Yeah, I work at Food Line, so I'm here stocking shelves and shit. So it's mad crazy when people get there, bro. They literally get there and they start taking shit out of your hand. You don't even get to put it on the shelves.
It's crazy.
yeah, I witnessed that actually. Like I was in Walmart the other day and I was walking down one of the aisles and so one of their employees was like unloading a bunch of toilet paper from this huge box. It was like 6 foot tall box. And I walked by him. He's like, "You need some toilet paper?" Like he was like cracked. Like he was just like, "You want this?" I'm like, I mean, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? I look at the shelf, nothing. Like I'm like, oh shit, okay, I might as well grab some.
Yeah.
It must
I,
be crazy.
I think the crazy thing is
Psychotic.
like, yeah, just like I'm right outside of Philadelphia, so it's pretty bad in my county. Pennsylvania's like a leader in one of the states with like the most cases, and it's just all trickling down from New York and everything. So like, I see it like we're supposed to be like socially distancing and everything, but like I drive past my local like food store and there's the parking lot's packed. I'm like, how can you be socially distant? Like I don't even care like if you're wearing like your mask and gloves or we go there. There's so many people in there just like flying, and the line now wraps around the entire store because they
Yeah.
have to be spaced out.
Mhm.
So like they can have like one person to register. So I find that crazy. And
Yeah.
even with me, I'm a senior in high school, so this has been a really, really like, weird time for me. I have 7 days of classes left, 2 more days tomorrow,
That
and
is
then next
crazy.
week, and then I'm done. And it still feels to me like it's like March, because like
Yeah.
we've been doing online classes and stuff, so it's very, very odd for me. But been keeping up well, I think, just like hopping on Discord, hanging out with you guys, and
Yeah.
playing and making videos and stuff. So
For me personally, I think that was like the best thing that could happen for us because I swear to God, this is like I know it's like a mass pandemic, but um I honestly have like dreamed of this shit because like I get a whole month and a half off of work. I'm getting paid for it. I can come like I'm literally just waking up, hopping on, and just fucking streaming the whole day.
mhm,
And I think having um everyone in Seoul like hopping on every day and playing and stuff has made it super easy because I see people that like my friends and stuff who don't play games or anything and they're uh isolating in their house and they have like nothing to do. Like they're just watching TV and stuff. And
mhm.
I don't know how they could do that, how they could pull that off, but at least for us it's like a little bit easier because every day we have like at least something to do. Um Whether it's a different game or watching something together, which recently every Sunday we watch the MJ doc.
Yeah,
Huge shout out to number 23. That guy's a goat. I mean, it's been our entertainment every Sunday night. So,
yep.
and like for me personally, um, I stopped working at the end of March, and I don't think I mean just last week was the first week I've worked since then. So I got like a month and a half off almost of work, and I was on unemployment, and I was asking people that I knew that were like older than me, like people that were like 50, 60, 70 years old, and I was like, have you ever even experienced something like this, where like states are getting locked down and stuff? And none of them have. I mean, this is like the first time they've witnessed something like this.
Mhm.
And for us to be so young and experiencing it, we're gonna grow older and like tell our kids about it. And it's gonna be
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that's one of the crazy things. Like I know when I get older, whether they talk about it in the kids' history classes or I'm just gonna bring it up one day, but um, it's gonna be a pretty cool story to tell and say that I like lived through this, where the whole world was like dying
Stop.
for a month.
Yeah.
Literally,
It
it
was
was
just
I
crazy.
I can't wait, bro. I'm gonna be exaggerating the shit out of this. I'm gonna be telling my grandkids I was out here fighting for my life in a grocery store.
Literally,
yeah.
It
like
was
throwing
grenades throwing
hands.
and shit. Yeah. I saw like two women go at it with over a DiGiorno pizza one time. I'm like,
I'm not
they were throwing
surprised,
It's
hands,
crazy.
honestly.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's getting better now. I think at least in my state, my counties, that we're on like a downward tick of everything. Like I guess we're past like the peak, if you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I mean, it's still crazy, and it's just weird, like seeing everyone outside, like, and they're all like, I think everyone's like a lot more happy. Like when they see people, like they wave, they smile now. Like I feel like that would
True.
like never happen. Like when you're jogging, you see someone, they're like, they wave and they say hi, and I'm like, that's crazy because I would never see that ever. Like,
Yeah, I think people took it
everyone
for
wants to
granted,
be.
like just being
Oh
able
yeah,
to
for
like go
sure.
outside and do anything like I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved the first week was amazing of not having to do anything.
Mm.
But like after the first week, I wanted to go and do something, and like 90% of the stores are shut down. The 10% that are still open have like shorter hours. So,
Mm.
I was definitely like, I ran out of things to do after a while. I was just doing this every day. I was just streaming every day. That was all I was doing.
Right.
So I think we kind of took it for granted, just like being able to do normal stuff that everybody does.
Yeah, I just miss going in, like sitting down in a restaurant, like eating food, like
Yeah,
getting sick of
exactly.
sitting at my dinner table every night, or like going and getting like takeout every night. Like it's weird. Like I sometimes just want to go in, like I'm gonna go to Wendy's, I'm gonna sit down and get my burger, but like now I gotta go through the drive-through
Yeah,
and bring it back to my house, and it's very very weird.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
wish I.
I, I think
Yeah,
this
go ahead.
helped though with like us just starting back up Soul. I think this time period helped a lot because most of us had more time to like play and produce content and uh, and just like focus on that, because like the thing that
Absolutely.
held us back last time was obviously everybody has their own lives and they have their own jobs and whatnot, or they go to school. And when something like this happens, where most people uh, don't like don't have work, don't have school, there's literally only a few things you can do at home. And for us, I mean, it's mainly this. And so I think it helped a lot. We've been like pumping out the videos recently. We've had like an overflow of clips and stuff like that from streams just because of like how much we've been streaming. Like I know personally, me and Crit, Jackson has like not so much recently, but when we first started back up, he was like on his grind every day. And I know obviously, like I said, people have their own stuff to do, so I don't expect people to be playing every day. But I mean, we've been grinding and just like going live every day and making sure that people know who we are because you all know that we were once like a pretty big thing, and it sucks
Yeah.
on what happened with the whole um the owner, fresh kid. He kind of just like took a step back and like canceled everything. It was like, all right, I'm shutting down Soul, and like
Yeah.
so it kind of sucks how that happened. And we all sort of went off and did our own thing for a little while, but when we revived Soul back and we brought it back, I think everybody started getting back in the court every day and was just motivated to like put out YouTube videos and like stream every day and just be more active, So I think this whole thing actually helped us a bit in doing that because I think it would be. I mean, I think we still would have had videos put out, but us being home every day is like,
It makes it so much easier.
yeah, super
I mean,
easy.
and we'll come back to all the soul and the revival of that and everything, but one thing I want to talk about is that some people might not know this for our new people that have been following us for the past couple of years, but you two were once teammates. Couple short
Yeah.
years ago. Doesn't feel like short, but it's only been like 2-3 years since you guys were
Yeah.
on the sticks together. So,
Yep.
do you guys have any funny or favorite moments from when you guys teamed back in, IW World War II, or any LAN event memories that you guys haven't talked about before?
Um,
I'll let you take the sticks on this one
let me go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Well, like it's tough to think of one off the top of my head because, I mean, we teamed for the whole year of IW and then the whole year of World War II, and then I'd say most of the year of Black Ops 4. So I mean, that was like almost 3 years that we teamed, and so I'm gonna go with just a land memory because it's way easier to like um, dumb it down to that. So let's see. I guess I'll have to go with um, well, my favorite memory team with you on my team on LAN is this is gonna be kind of like a cop out answer, but it has to be World War II ETG. The whole squad was there.
Of
We
course,
get
that's his answer.
I mean, it is. It's my favorite. I mean, we get sent to losers in the first round. It was just so you guys know, the team was myself, DJ, Justin, Mom, and then Yami. That was our fourth.
Young Zion.
And so yeah, we had a really good team, and then we got sent to losers first round, and I was pissed, and I think a lot of us were like pretty pissed. I think we were just pissed at the fact that we knew we were good, but we just got outplayed the first series, and it was the first series of the event. So yeah, but we got sent to losers round one, and we made our way back all the way losers round 6 or 7. We won like 6 or 7 straight one and done hard points. And my favorite match of that whole tournament of the whole year easily was when we played. I forget their org's name that they played under that event.
Fatal Ambition.
Oh, he got it on deck.
Fatal
Okay.
Ambition.
Yeah, it was Fatal Ambition.
I didn't know where you were going with it.
Yeah, it was Littlefoot, Crimson, Virus, and last one was Dylan Element. So they were a really good team. Whenever we scrimmed them online, it was always either close maps or they were like blowing us out. And and they played a lot. I mean, they played like every single day. And if you guys know us, especially me and DJ, when we used to scrim, we only like to scrim like one series, so we would get off after the one series. We weren't really like, grinding, and we went in there, and it was the craziest map of hardpoint I've ever played on LAN, and it will always be. I mean, I don't think anything will top it. And I mean, the reaction and the feeling after winning that map, and everybody around us screaming. I mean, it was like by far the best moment that I've ever had on LAN. And of course, DJ Laws was with me, Like who else? Who else is gonna be in the hill?
It's a crazy map. I mean,
They're
I just
dropping
remember,
40 on his dome piece.
yeah, I just remember just like sitting there because obviously I was with the camera behind you guys, and I just remember like at times like I just felt like myself shaking, like just watching you guys play because I was just so nervous because like that was like the first I think series you guys played in that losers bracket. There I was like, okay, they actually have like a serious shot at like
Yeah.
losing because like you guys were just like they're just the other teams, but like you guys were obviously the better team because like none of the other maps were even close. But this team,
Right.
I was just like, man, like this could be it.
Yeah.
And I was nervous because I was like thinking about like the video. I'm like, this is the end of the year. Like I don't want to go out like this and like have them lose to them because like obviously like there's beef with like a couple of people on that team and you guys were like
Oh yeah.
always had a little something and like was always chirping at each other whenever you played. So like that was just a series that like I really didn't want to like lose just from a content standpoint. But I remember just like looking up from the camera for like half a second and just seeing like all around the station, just like the entire venue just sitting there
Yeah.
watching.
It was
Like
by
everyone had
far.
their phone out, everyone had their camera out, like and like it was just insane. And obviously that ETG clip after the fact on their Twitter blew up and that gave us some clout too, which was cool.
Yeah, that
But
was big.
it
I
was a
mean,
crazy like defining moment for the org, I think.
like you said, it was the biggest crowd and I've like some matches that I've played on LAN have had a pretty good crowd around it watching, but that was by far. I mean, it was like literally almost the whole venue. I mean,
I think the best comparison is like obviously everyone cried around like when Simp would play, like,
right.
and like it was like that, or like you could argue it was bigger.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I honestly think maybe if everyone usually at those events people leave before the grand finals,
yep,
so there's not that big of a crowd to watch the grand finals. But I mean, the only other way that a match would get that many viewers is if everyone stayed for the grand finals.
hmm
That was the only way because it was literally the whole venue. I mean, I think there was probably 15 people that weren't watching it, and they were probably either playing or casting. And that was it.
right,
Like
yeah,
everybody who wasn't playing or casting was watching that match, and I didn't realize until because when you're in the moment, you're locked in. Like especially in that game, you got to be locked
Yeah.
in. And then once you win and stand up, then you realize. And I didn't
yeah.
even
How many?
realize till I got home and watched the video of how many people were actually around us. I mean,
It was mad.
it was insane. That was, like I said, by far the best moment on land. I don't think anything will ever top that, honestly.
No, nothing.
All right, Deej, what's your favorite land moment or just moment teaming with Hunter Forla?
I can't copy his, so that kind of sucks because that is like the best moment we had on land.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot though. So
Yeah.
what other one comes to mind? You think? If it's a
Honestly, like if I have to say like if I could just use best event, like for me,
yeah,
it's probably the first time we teamed was IW. That was also the first time I ever traveled by myself. So like just to come down to your house and then travel together all the way down there just
that's
made
true.
the event so great.
Yeah, I honestly like I don't say I want to say I forgot about it, but like I always forget that that
It's
happened
fun.
for your first event. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to
it's
that we
fun.
were teaming together because
Good
you
event.
flew to Boston and which was crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
and then we drove down together. You know, the event.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. What happened to us at the event? We got fucked over because of the hotels and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother day.
Yeah, but it was just overall great because we had like the homies there. Like we had at least 20 people there.
Yeah, and that
And
was
then
who did we team with for that event? Gunsy, I
yeah,
think.
Mike Gunsey. We gave him the
Yeah,
blue duct tape on the back of his jersey.
yeah, that was. I mean, I still to this day wish that we could have gone to an event with Tanner Arox because I mean that was our real team, you know. Like that was the team we had throughout the whole year, and we could never get all four of us together at a LAN. It was just like Tanner lived way out, you know, in the middle of the
Where does Tanner
country.
live? What state does he live in?
Uh,
Illinois.
yeah,
Really?
Illinois, yeah.
That's
So,
far.
yeah, so he'd have to drive like it was like a 13, 14-hour drive. And
You
so
want his actual address? I can give it
he only came to a few and so that kind of sucked. And so we always had to find like a fill-in. So we never
to you. Yeah.
got that full that at least one LAN to just show people what we could do as a four-man because we were like
Yeah.
we had the chemistry on lock. I mean, that year was my best year at Call of Duty yet so far, and it was
Yeah.
just because of
I'm
the
super
chemistry we
happy.
had. Like our
And that
team
was
was just
IW, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I mean it was our first year of teaming, but I mean we had such good chem, the vibes were great, um, and I don't think none of us really minded getting on to scrim because we all had like fun. We would like scrim and then afterwards we would play something or whatever. Uh, and it just sucks that it didn't work out where we could have all
Yeah.
gone to an event. But I agree that event was super fun. I mean, I still remember that event to this day.
It's crazy though that like all the way through IW and World War II is just you, me, and Justin. Like we never had like a solid fourth to go to an
Yeah,
event with, and we still made it work.
I think the most solid we had was Scooth. He was the
Yeah.
most consistent because I think we teamed with him like 2, 3 times at least, you know.
Yeah. He
So
wasn't very good at CTF, but yeah, he was consistent.
yeah, consistent on our being on our team,
Yeah,
but
being on our
not
team.
consistent
Yeah.
at game modes, right?
I always do
Kept
find that
bullying.
great. That like
Kept bullying.
even before I joined, like it was always just like you two and Justin, and
Yeah.
like there was never a definitive fourth, and that trend also carried through for the next couple of years too, which is a shame. But
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
yeah, so,
5v5 made it a lot harder
yeah,
because
that's true.
then we had fucking two more people that we had to, you know, worry about
Figure out.
getting and stuff.
Yeah, it is tough.
Yeah.
Well, going into 5v5 and everything like that. So obviously this year took a bit of a turn with the coronavirus and everything shutting down, locals and then majors and everything. And we did have a couple plans to, maybe go to that New York home series event and compete there in the AM bracket. But what's going on with Soul COD right now? Because obviously, there's nothing really to play for. We don't really have a team right now. So Hunter or DJ, if you want to take it up and just talk about like what the plans are for the remainder of this year, going into next year, and where the team's kind of headed.
This one mine.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll
Okay.
add on to it.
Okay. Well, right off this, I'm not gonna throw it under the bus right away, but the game kind of isn't good. I'm gonna call it bad or trash, but
It's not
this
good.
one's not as good as the other ones. No. So at first, it's hard for Justin and Hunter to find a team. So right now, I think we're gonna slow it down and not really have a team for this at COD. Unless Hunter has any other ideas with that later on, like in the year or something, all this corona goes away. But I think we're gonna hold off on a team and hopefully come back next COD if you want to add on to that.
Yeah, like I think sort of what Desi said about the whole coronavirus starting up in the beginning of the year. Um, that thing canceling all of the lands for who knows how long. Like we don't know when the next LAN event will be, major or local. Like DJ said, we had plans to go to the New York Open, and everybody was going to go. We have no idea that probably won't happen. It's in the summer.
Yeah, they already canceled all the
Okay,
events
yeah.
for
So,
Every one of them. Yeah.
so like the thing that I mean, I was still trying to get on every day and play and practice, and so that Soul could have a COD team because that's how Soul started. Um, that's how it grew, was on COD, and I love playing competitive. I've always had like a super competitive nature, but when it comes to grinding online, like scrims every day and playing tourneys here and there, grinding for just online tournaments, like you don't have a LAN to look forward to or grind for, like that just completely killed my motivation. Justin's motivation wasn't really that high to begin with because for him, he has to enjoy the game. He has to think that the game is at least good to want to play. Whereas me, I mean, the game sucks this year, but I was still getting on every day trying to scrim and get better so that we could go to a LAN and we could have some showings and whatnot. And with all the LAN events being canceled, I mean, I just didn't want to keep wasting my time playing online stuff because I've never been an online player. Like, I don't care who sees this and who played me in the past and says I'm a joke. I've literally never had great internet, and to play online at the highest level, especially, you have to have some pretty good internet. And now with me living in Tennessee, I mean, I was just getting shit on every day, so it wasn't fun. It completely killed my drive to want to compete. And I've competed every year since I've started competing so far, at least a little bit. And I've always attended a LAN every year, and this is going to be the first year. Actually, I guess I attended the North Carolina one, but that was kind of just
Shout out NC.
yeah. I mean, that one was nice because it was close, but that was right before all this happened. So, I mean, that's basically why we don't have a team right now, or for the possibly for the rest of the game, because we don't know when the next LAN is going to be. So we're not going to get a team and scrim every day for no LANs. That's like our focus. We're not going to hold online placements super high
Right.
because I hate playing online tournaments. Like I absolutely hate it. And so I think I don't know what the next COD is. No idea. Black Ops 5 could be something completely different. I have no idea. But whatever it is, everyone in Seoul always has a sweet spot for COD. Doesn't matter what we're playing. When a new COD comes out, we're all gonna play it. We're all gonna grind it. So depending on what next year looks like, how the game is. Hopefully it's good because then Justin will want to play, and Justin has always been on the team, always been the hard carry. So if he likes it, there's a very good chance that we're gonna have a squad right out of the gates for the next COD. I would love that, and I would love to be on every day. And by that time, there will be locals and there will be majors that are happening for the game because hopefully the coronavirus will be over with, and so that they can start hosting events again. Um, because if that's the case, we're going and we're attending at least a couple.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
There's
I
majors. We're attending them all. Kid.
I agree
Right,
with everything
exactly.
that was just said. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, Soul took kind of a deep dive at the end of, I guess the middle of last year, towards the start of this year. It kind of just all fell apart. I mean, we had that good event in August, that last ETG, where you guys got was it top four, right? Third?
Yeah, we got third.
Third, right? Yeah, losers
Yeah,
finals, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So that was great event. That was like, it was a weird year last year because we only went to two events, which was a little bit different because we had some gaps in between. But like, obviously, Soul took its deep dive. I announced that I was leaving after that event. Um, Chris then a couple months later put his big thing out about the org shutting down for all his reasons. But you know, we're back. Obviously, we've been doing stuff on the YouTube channel and everything, and you know, we have a solid stream team now. Guys are playing every day, streaming. I'm back on as the head of content, running the YouTube channel, everything. So I'm doing my part there. But I just want to like, I never get in front of the camera and talk, which is weird. But I guess for people that don't really know me, I've been with Soul since the start of World War II. I joined after that very first uh, NJ Rod in January. So that was January 2018, I think. That sounds right.
that's crazy.
So it's been over 2 years now. Not straight because I left, but it's been 2 years. And I think the biggest thing was that, you guys took a chance on me, which is very weird because no one else really would. And I think it's funny that like here we are now, 2 years later, and it's just
Yeah,
very funny that like like Alex and Chris and everything just like kind of was like, yeah, fuck it, like you can join, and then like here we are.
yeah.
But you know, like I said, Soul did end last year, and now we're back. So, is there anything that you guys are especially excited for with Soul returning, or you know, is it just all the same to you?
I mean, literally right when you said that, the first thing that popped in my head was the biggest thing for me being in Seoul was attending events with everybody because that was like the one weekend every couple months where we would all see each other and we would all hang out and do stuff. And if I like most COD players in the community go from org to org, it's like whatever org will pick up their team to fund for an event, they'll go, and then the next event they'll be under a different org. And with like I could have done that, I could have like not ran into Soul and not have joined, and I could go to these events and have like I'd see some people that I'm friends with, but it wouldn't be the same. I'd go to my hotel room and I'd be alone, or I'd hang out with like two people. Whereas now, like since Soul's back, the next event we're going to, I mean, we're gonna have like 10 people there.
It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah, and we're all gonna be back. That was always the most like the number one thing that I would get the most excited about was the events and just representing Soul in general because it gives me something more than just playing a video game. Like it gives me something more to work for. Um, and I love streaming for Soul more than I've loved streaming for any other org or when I was orgless, obviously. Um, I wasn't streaming it was just streaming for me, but now I'm streaming for Soul, so um, it's just basically doing something or streaming, I guess, for something that's bigger than me instead of just what I used to do, which was just go live every day and do my own thing. So, um, but that's probably what I'm most excited for. 'Cause when we were in the little, like, I don't know how long we were kind of shut
It
down
was like
for.
October to like February, March,
Yeah.
like
So it was
something like
almost
that.
like half a
A
year.
couple months. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I mean during that time, I didn't even want to go to a LAN because I was like, you know, we don't have the hunt to look forward to. We don't have the support. It's just like it didn't seem as fun at all. So
Right.
now that Soul's back, I mean, I can't wait for the next event. And of course, this shit happens, so we,
Right.
we can't
Yeah.
even go to an event. But like, the next event we go to is gonna be a banger. I mean, everybody's gonna be there. It's gonna be a big one. So
Oh,
I'm super I'm
that'd be
super
great.
excited for that. And I think real quick about what Desi said earlier about the stream team and stuff. If you're watching this and you stream pretty consistently, we are obviously looking for streamers to join the team. I mean, we've been looking for streamers since we started back up. We only have about, I'd say, 5 of us that are like consistently streaming.
Mhm.
So we're always open to more faces, new faces, and personalities to join. Um, so hit any of us up on Twitter, hit the org up on Twitter, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. And I'll lead this off to DJ because he's been just silent sitting there while I'm rambling off. So
It makes it easy for me, kid.
All right, DJ, your turn. Is there anything you're looking forward to or excited about with the whole return of SOAL Esports?
The best part about it being back is just having all the boys online every night.
Mhm.
Like you're just chilling, doing nothing every day without the org. Since it's back, bro, like every night I've had somebody to play with. Like get off work, boom, hop on, we're playing Valorant, or we're getting back into it now. Hunt's streaming Rust, we're playing that. It's
true. I know it does make a difference.
it's weird when like you're sitting there and you hop on, nothing to do, so you're just watching YouTube for hours. Because playing by yourself just gets boring.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing, like coming back, is that like I'll touch on what both of you guys said. Like you look in the court and there's 5, 6 people in the channel just playing or just hanging out and talking or like whatever. And we also said like
Yeah.
Sunday nights, like me, Hunter, Luke, Jackson. Sometimes we hop in and watch the Michael Jordan documentary. Like that's always something to look forward to. And like without Soul, like none of that happens, which is really cool. And I mean, events are awesome. Like they're always the thing. Like I remember that I think it was World War II, and it was that summer ETG that we were talking about earlier. And I remember I would just be counting down the days because like we hadn't gone to one in like I think it was like May we went, and the next one was until like July. It was a good like 2 month span where we didn't have anything to do, so we were just like counting down days, like waiting, and then we finally got there, and that event was dope. We had like like 10 people there as always, and like it's always really fun just going to events and like seeing everyone. But the thing that I'm absolutely most excited for about coming back is that I get to sit here and, make videos and have a blast doing it because I'm making videos for people that I feel like are my best friends, which is really fun. Like it's not like they're random people that are just sending me stuff and I have no interest in like doing it. Like I always found that it was hard to work for people that I didn't know because like they're just sending me stuff and I'm like, oh, like okay, like cool. But like when I have clips from like Jackson and Hunter playing Valorant or like DJ getting like a 3 piece on MW when we used to play that, like it was just like fun to like edit to.
Yeah.
It was very nice to just sit there and be like, it didn't feel like work. If like I was
Yeah.
making stuff and then obviously the constant support I got from it from you guys and everything, like we'd watch it earlier the day before or a couple days before and you guys would like love it and talk about it on Twitter like without even me asking you guys to, which is like very nice. So like that's my favorite part about like doing this is because I get to sit here and make content for my friends and with my friends. Like doing stuff like this is so easy because I know both of you and it's so easy. Like we all know each other, so it's easy to just talk
Right.
about like whatever.
Right.
Like if it was like
Exactly.
if it's like a random person, it's like or someone you never talked to, like you talk for 5 minutes and be like, okay, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Like this is super easy and just like super easy to talk about.
Yeah. I love the fucking preview parties, bro. Before the videos, just chilling, getting everybody
Yeah,
on.
it's awesome.
Dude,
It's great, bro.
I still remember to this day the first hunt that ever went out of EOT, and
Oh man,
I remember getting home and I was just so excited, like to eventually watch that, and we all got it was like 10 of us,
yep.
whatever it was, and we all watched it together, and I was sitting there smiling the whole time because I never had anybody like I've been playing video games for a long time, and I've never had anybody make something like that with me in it, and it was the coolest thing ever. And after I was done watching it, I couldn't wait for the next one. I was like, I cannot wait, bro. Like every time, I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
those are awesome to make because like I just like I said, it's like a big reunion every time because it's not like we live with
Mhm.
each other or we're close to each other. Like it's like boom, there's an event for a whole like 3 days. We're just like kicking it, doing stupid shit, and then like we go to an event. Whatever happens at the events, whatever. But like we make a video out of it, and it's so fun to just put together. And then obviously like let alone you guys get to watch it early, but like I have people I don't even know asking me like if they could watch it early because like they're just so excited and
Yeah,
like anticipating it, and I'm like,
it's
that's
awesome.
fucking crazy. Like
Yeah,
Right.
random people I don't even know are in my Twitter DMs like like when's it coming out, or like can I get a link? Like so that's really really cool.
Yeah.
To just make those and just hang out and just. I think my favorite part is probably the interview process. Like after the event,
Oh
everything's
yeah,
like
true.
died down, just sitting there, and like I just sit behind the camera and put, one or two guys in front of it, and I just say, talk about this, and just hearing what they talk about
Right.
is always just so interesting, and just like hearing their insight about it is really cool.
Yeah, I mean that's like one of the biggest parts of it because you can make a video and if you don't have people describing what was going on or giving like insight to behind the scenes stuff, then it might not be as good, you know? And that was one of the best ideas that we had was to like have the players and the staff be interviewed about
Mhm.
whatever was going on because then it kind of like lets the people that are watching it make a connection with that person, you know?
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Um, and that was like definitely one of the best things that we did. And I'm glad that I don't think I really had a say in like picking you up at all, but I'm glad that we did because it just took Soul to a whole new level. Like any org, there's a lot of orgs out there that are just funding teams to go to events.
Mhm.
They have no content whatsoever. Like they just live on Twitter, that's it. And so when you came in and started making these videos showing what happens behind the scenes and what really goes on, and then not just Call of Duty, but like, you know, streams and stuff like that. I mean, it just brought it to a whole new level, and I think it like attracted a lot more people.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so right now we're gonna do
Yeah.
like a little like update checkpoint thing about the future of the content going up on the YouTube channel and the future of the stream team and everything. So secretly, we've been having a couple meetings with me and some of the top guys like DJ and Hunter and stuff. So we sit down and we've mapped out what we want to do for the rest of the year essentially, and
Was
kind
I
of
there?
you were there
Okay.
for this quarantine and for the rest of the months of this year. So I'm trying. It's very tough to say this, but we're gonna try to do 4 videos a week, and compared to just doing one that we were
Yeah.
doing last month. So I want to continue the stream highlights videos because those are great. They're fun to make. They're very easy to make. We have this will go up every week or every other week. So this is something to look forward to. I'm gonna try to put this up on Thursdays. So right now it's Wednesday night. We're recording this, so hopefully it'll be good to go for tomorrow. That'd be ideal. Um, and then Fridays we have Mr. Hunter Forward here will be possibly uploading a little live com or just commentary or just a little update with what's going on with him. I know he just got a couple upgrades for his PC.
Yeah.
He's talking about doing some stuff with that, so he's got some opportunities there. If you want to talk about that for a little
Well,
bit, you can.
yeah. I mean, it basically. I just upgraded a few parts of my computer, and it kind of took the. I never usually recorded videos in the past. I mean, I did like a few here and there, but that was like over a year or two, and I was mainly just streaming. But with the few things that I did just add to my computer, it definitely took my like recording quality up a notch, and so it's way easier for me to record videos and for the quality to look a lot nicer. I was going to put out a video or two over the past week or two, but um, that's why I had to get an upgrade because the games I was trying to play while I was recording, my streams were dropping like crazy. So um, I had to I had to fix something, and then so I eventually upgraded, and now everything runs super smooth, and I can basically record whatever I want. Any ideas that I have in any game, I can record. And so I'm super excited about that because I always have a lot of stuff on my mind that I want to talk about, and I think while I'm playing something, I could talk about it. So look forward to that probably on Friday, like every Friday, hopefully. It's not tough for me to put out a video every Friday because I get a lot of ideas and stuff throughout the week. So yeah, make sure to like look out for that.
So that would be on Fridays.
Yeah.
Saturdays are a special day. I'm gonna try to. We like to do here at Soul. We like to do some speedball tournaments. Like we said, we don't play COD that much, but it's always fun to hop on and just play some speedball CTFs and just run around and shoot each other and shit talk each other. So those are gonna try to go up every Saturday or every other Saturday. Just get the guys on and play. Um, Sundays are a bit of an off day. It's a good day to reset and take a break and you know sleep in a little bit. So Sundays will be an off day. You know, Mondays, we look to play late Sunday nights. We like to play some Monopoly games, so maybe a little Monopoly montage, have some funny clips in there for you guys on a Monday.
I really want to do that.
Yep. And Tuesday, we can resume the stream highlight videos. Those will be really fun to make. And, Wednesdays might be an off day as well. Or we might get maybe some Warzone in or maybe a couple of Valorant clips or something. But just Wednesdays and Sundays might be the day off. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the, ideal days we'll be uploading. So be sure to look out for that. We also have our Twitch channel up and running again. So be sure to check out some people streaming on there every, couple nights a week. And, as always, stay up to date with our Twitter. We put everything on there. And
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna try to on your point about the Twitch channel. Sorry to cut you off, but like we're gonna try to. We haven't been active on that since I don't even know, like a year ago or something, probably.
Black Ops 4 72-hour beta stream.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Just forever ago. That was fun though.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. That the last one that we did was the Blackout tournament Soul stream.
Oh right.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it was probably about a year ago, or so, and
Never got ready.
and so like we're gonna try to figure out a schedule to have some of the streamers stream whatever they're playing that day on that, even if it's for a couple hours, because it might be hard to keep up with everybody. Like I said, we have 5-6 people streaming in Seoul, so if you just want to make it easier on yourself, tune into the Twitch channel and throw it a follow, and then whenever someone goes live on that, you'll have like different perspectives every time you tune in, and different games and stuff. So that's why, like, right now it's not active, but we're working to try to get people to start streaming on it so that we can have this one Twitch channel that's like the most variety you can find, like all different faces, all different games.
Yeah. DJ, anything else to touch on content or anything?
Sure. I'll talk about one thing that me and now Hunter is gonna start doing. We're gonna try and get more clothing going on soon. I'm gonna get Hunter. I'm gonna start getting him to look up sites and different clothing companies to go through and possibly start a clothing line now. I want to change it up from the last Soul one. That was good and all, but since we're new, I want to change it up.
Yeah, I agree. We're due for a little upgrade, a little revamp. We just got this super cool new stream overlay that you're looking at right now. That we threw together. We also have our new little webcam outlines that all the guys are using. We got that dope intermission screen that we're using. So shout out to the designer that made that. But we're back. We're in Souls in full force, and stay tuned at the very end of this video. You'll get a little something from me. But this has been great. This has been the first episode of the SOALCast, and hope to see you guys next week. So this has been Desi, Fresh, Hunter Furlow, and DJ Aces Laws signing out. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.